Christine, thank you for sending in your question to SnapMath. So we're trying to find the perpendicular bisector of the line AB at these 2 points, negative 3, 3, and 3, negative 3. So this is our line, and we want the perpendicular bisector. So that bisects the line and is perpendicular to it. So the first thing we want to do is find the midpoint. And to do that, we're going to use this midpoint formula where it's 3 plus 3 over 2, and then 3 plus a negative 3 over 2. And what we get is, we get 6 over 2 and 0 over 2. What finally becomes our midpoint, I'm going to label as mid, 3, 0. So that's this point right here, 3, 0. So now what we want to do is we want to know the slope of this line right here. It's straight up and down, so it's undefined, but I'm going to do the slope formula, which is going to be m equals y1, which is, we'll say, well, it's y2. We'll do y2 is negative 3 minus 3 over 3 minus 3. Okay? What we get is an undefined slope. We're dividing by 0. It's negative 6 over 0. So now what we want to do is we want to flip it to get the slope of the new line, the perpendicular line, and take the reciprocal of it. So it's going to be 0 over 6. Okay? And that's just a 0 slope. That means from this point, our line is going to be y equals 0. This is our line equation of the line. So it actually looks like a line like this on the x-axis. So we can choose any point along this x-axis, and that's going to be equidistance from A and B. So I'm going to just choose 4, 0. So those are the 2 points that we want to put into our final answer, these 2 points. Okay? And then I'm going to do the distance formula from A and B. So this is A, 3, 3. The distance is going to be the square root of x minus 4 squared minus 3y minus, or this is actually a plus, 3 minus 0 squared. So what this becomes is, this is going to become 1 squared, so it's just 1 plus 3 squared is 9, so it's going to be the square root of 10. And that's the distance to A. The distance to B is going to be very similar, and this is going to be negative 3. So it's going to equal 3 minus 4, so that's that 1 right there. And then, let's see, the distance from this point. And then it's going to be plus, and this is squared. It's going to be 3, negative 3 minus 0 squared. All right? So what we get is the same thing. It's just going to be the square root of 1 squared plus negative 3 squared, which is the same thing. It's going to be the square root of 1 plus 9. And this is us showing that they equal the same thing. There's an equal distance away from A and B, this point. And the midpoint we already showed by it's the definition of the midpoint by finding it. All right? So these are our 2 points, 3, 0, and 4, 0. And I showed you how to prove that they're equal distance away. And the equation of the line that's perpendicular is just going to be y equals 0. All right? Thank you for sending in your question, Christine, and we look forward to answering more of your questions in the future. Have a good night.